Aichi Sendo, most known for his avatar Blaster Blade, and his ace, Alfred. Most people who play Vanguard, when hearing the name Aichi Sendo, can't help but think of these two cards together, despite metadecks favoring a different ace card. Alfred and Blaster Blade are like two peas in a pod when it comes to the anime. And with the recent release of Tri3Next, Alfred has gotten a lot more powerful, being able to summon units the moment he's placed on the Vanguard. Which has got me thinking, can these two cards find strength in each other once again? And more importantly, will it top a Vanguard tournament? Ccal. Well, I got my deck ready to go. There's only one way to find out if it can win, and that is to try it out at locals. Let's go! Don't judge me.
I'm gonna turn this and actually this one. Turn it 3.
So I first decided to take this deck into smaller locals, one that gets usually 4 to 6 players, so really small in comparisons to some of the others, but I feel like it's good for the first episode and that I can be able to playtest this deck. It's a best of 1 format, and this time there was only 4 players, so that means there's only about 2 rounds. I was hoping at that point to just get at least 1 game. As you can see, the game is going really quickly because I sped it up, but if you want to see the full match completely unedited, I will upload it in the information tab and put it in the description. So my first matchup is Token Rambu. The truth of the matter is I don't really know much about this matchup or about their cards that much, but what I did notice by asking questions about what was on the field is that most of the cards have a lot of on-hit pressure both in the back row and the front row. So I used that knowledge to my advantage and decided to hit for rear guards as often as I possibly could without losing any momentum in the game, knowing that by the time I hit grade 3 I will be able to rush harder than he is, and if I can deny the rush, then I can deny any advantage being gained on his point. This strategy seemed to work out, and with the version of the deck that I'm using at the tournament that has a lot more draw triggers than usual, I'm able to out-resource him. This way I can keep myself safe as well as maintaining the field against him. Still though, the game ends up being pretty close, but I managed to grab myself a bunch of Flogels for a finishing turn, and well, you'll see what happens.
Now for the final swing.
I use my Royal Paladin.
11. Too bad I can't intercept with you. This damage is damage this game, by the way. Wait, you can't guard with him, can you? Correct, I can't. Oh, that's why I... Oh! Oh! Oh my god! The heal on 6! That just happened in my game too. Really? He healed on 6. Did he win, or did you win? I killed him. Okay. Oh, well, let's see how it does in this game.
So yeah, my opponent pulls the legendary heal on 6, and now he knows exactly what is in my hand since I dropped all the Flogels onto my field. So all that I have in my hand was my triple drive, which wasn't exactly very promising. The only thing I could defend myself against is the rear guard, so he decides to pressure me with a crit on the Vanguard, and I decide to take it.
41 skill, plus 1, countercharge 1. 43 to Vanguard plus crit. I have to take it. Let's go. Drive check 1. What is this? Drive check 2. What is this? What is this? Is it my turn to heal on 6? Heal on 6, man. Make this a fun game. Nah. That's game. Good game.
Alright, now I start game 2, my final round of this tournament, with a familiar matchup, Royal Paladin. Lucky for me, I know most of the Royal Paladin units. What I wasn't expecting though is that he literally had most of the Royal Paladin units. His grade 3 lineup included Alfred, Sanctuary Guard, probably Altmile. I wasn't even sure what he was eventually gonna go for. I didn't really know what to plan around except the basic Royal Paladin playstyle, which is just maintaining a field. I was hoping that the fact that my deck was a bit more consistent, that I would be able to come on top in the mirror match, and hopefully hold my own field against the barrage of his. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Being double critted at 3 damage?
Take it.
First, heal transfer.
Goes through.
Yeah. Heal 1. Second check. Crit. Crit. How? It's just 691. Third check. Crit. Hey! Double critical! Checkmate!
Triple trigger.
Imagine I do a Clodaneous.
Second. Third.
I'm just like, I was gonna say to myself, I'm like, if this was Clodaneous, the world might have ended.
Well, I guess that's it. Looks like my deck didn't top. In fact, I got last place with it. Some say I might have just been a victim of circumstance, but I don't know. Sometimes times like this makes me think, maybe I deserve to lose. Maybe I've made just some very crucial mistakes at some point. After this point, I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the video. I decided to go to my other locals that started a few hours later, and I played a couple Lord games and I lost those too, which made me still think maybe I'm just not being good at the game. Maybe I'm just either on tilt or I'm not as good at the game as I think. But after a while I noticed that I got matched up with a friend I knew, and I decided, why don't I just try Alfred another time?
Stop saying penis jokes. Higher low.
Give it a bit of a chance. And so I did. And it was fun. Because we just both wanted to try our best out of respect for each other, but still mainly focus on the fact that we were already friends.
Swing Vanguard, skill, Soul Blast, plus 5,000 to Blaster Blade. No guard. First check. Oh, I lost! I win!
I was able to get a win on the first one, and then later I got matched up with another friend, pulled out Alfred again, and we had a fun match. I barely scraped by and won the game.
Never mind, yeah, no.
It made me feel unstoppable. It made me feel like maybe if I just believe in myself, I can win.
I was terrified of it at a time and got lucky with my draw triggers. Like, honestly, like, it's like, I wish to believe that I did good, but I like, scraped by on something that I feel like I should have lost.
Penis jokes.
Let's see if it...
Penis jokes.
Stop saying penis jokes. Higher low.